One of the greatest pieces of advice that I ever got early on in my meditation career was there's no such thing as a bad meditation. It's really important to remember this. When we're developing the practice of meditation, we're really developing two qualities. We're developing concentration and awareness. Our ability to concentrate, to fix the mind on one point, that point in this case being the breath, and the awareness of when the mind escapes us. So it's holding the mind in one place and being aware of when the mind escapes and bringing it back. That's it. It seems easy, but it's very difficult. And there have been many beautiful metaphors throughout the years to denote the mind. Common one is the monkey mind. You hear this a lot in spiritual communities, the monkey mind, the monkey mind. My monkey mind won't stop talking. And that's the metaphor of the monkey swinging from vine to vine, from tree to tree. We go from future to past to memory to emotion. The mind can be really all over the place. And some sages take it even further, saying that the untrained mind is like the drunken monkey that's been stung by the scorpion and is chaotically all over the place. And if you sit and watch the mind, you can see this. It can be so chaotic, the way that images and thoughts and sounds and voices are dancing around like we're borderline schizophrenic. This is one of the beautiful revelations that comes through meditation, is to realize how busy the mind is. So when we can find that moment of silence, oh my God, it can be the most beautiful release through the whole body. So if you're struggling right now and you feel like the mind is busy and you're not able to stay focusing on the breath, breathing in, what is it, breathing in, breathing out, because you're all over the place, don't worry. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to train the mind to be a little more quiet, to be a little more present. We're trying to train our concentration to stay. And it's going to go. It's completely natural. It might stay for 1 second and then be gone. But if you can be aware of that, you've succeeded. This is why there's no such thing as a bad meditation. Because if you can be aware even once, if we sit for 30 minutes, 10 minutes today, if we sit for 10 minutes and you're aware only once that you were thinking instead of being present, you've succeeded. Well, that's it. It's the training. Think of the mind like a puppy. I love puppies. Think of the mind like a puppy. You want to train the puppy to go sit on the newspaper in the corner. So you put the puppy on the corner, and before you've even turned around, the puppy's already in your lap again. The mind is like this. So what do? You don't hit the puppy. No, you put the puppy back in the corner. Because if you hit the puppy, then it traumatizes the puppy. It's the same thing with the mind. When we're trying to train the untrained mind to be present, we need to be very gentle. Okay, so when we notice, oh, I'm thinking, if you say, oh, I'm thinking, I'm a terrible person, that's just creating more thoughts. So laugh a little bit. Ha, I was distracted again. Ha, I'm thinking. I'm going to come back. This is it. It's really important that we're gentle with ourselves, that we realize that our mind is delicate and that this is a process. So just like you would very gently put the puppy back, when you notice the mind has escaped you, we very gently bring it back. I was distracted again. And then we watch the breath. And then all of a sudden we're talking to Granny. oh, I'm not actually with Granny right now. And then we bring it back. And then all of a sudden we're worried about this job interview we got. That's not actually my reality. My mind is so silly. And we bring it back. But we have to adopt that gentle state of training the mind. Because if you take the whip, if you try to berate yourself and say, no, I will be present. I will be present. All you do is you create more fluctuation in the mind. So be gentle. It's okay. It's all part of the training. We're only on day 3. If this is your first time meditating, it's very normal for the mind to be crazy. If this is your 300th time meditating, it's very normal for the mind to be crazy. It's all the training, and it's okay. It gets more easy. The biggest thing, the biggest gift you can give yourself is to be patient and to just be playful with it. It's okay. Beautiful. Let's get into it. Before we get into today's practice, I've got a special word from our sponsors. We're not really sponsored, but I want to take this moment to say thank you to all of our members. Our members are our true supporters. You're the ones that make this happen. So thank you so much to everyone who joins our membership and supports us and enables us to create this beautiful content to share with the world. If you enjoy what you're learning here at Refeel Yoga and you want to support us, You can join our membership by clicking the join button below or visiting us over on Patreon. You will also gain access to exclusive content that we reserve for our members, such as advanced practices, extended classes, sacred techniques and practices that can help you take your practice further. So not only are you supporting us, but you can really grow in your spiritual practice. Thank you again to all of our beautiful members. Now let's get ready for our meditation. We get to learn a new asana today, guys. The pose we're going to learn today is known as Ardha Siddhasana. Ardha means half, Siddha means perfect or accomplished, and asana means pose. So this is the half perfect pose. And when I first started meditating, this was really my pose. I think for the first couple years, this was the only pose that I really felt comfortable in. I like it because it's a lot more stable than Sukhasana. Sukhasana, now remember, I was using a lot of pillows. It always felt a little unstable for me. Ardha Siddhasana does require a little more flexibility in the hips, but it can be a much more stable pose. So I'll explain it to you. For this one, I definitely recommend having a blanket or a pillow or something to sit on. Not that you really want to sit on it, maybe you do, but it's helpful to have it at the back of the hips so that it just tilts your pelvis forward a little bit. Because this pose, also, for those of you interested in Kundalini, this is leading up to Siddhasana, the perfect pose, which is one of the ultimate Kundalini postures. For Siddhasana, we want to take the heel of one foot and we want to put it at the perineum. So for the men, you move your genitals out of the way and you put it just between the genitals and the anus, the perineum. For women, you can put it at the opening of the yoni and kind of plug that hole to lock energy in. For both, it's creating this pressure at Muladhara chakra, which is helping to raise the energy up, to sublimate the energy up. But what can happen is you can end up kind of slouching back like this. That's why it's good to take a block or cushion or something to help elevate the hips and tilt them forward. Also, so that you're not putting maybe too much pressure on the perineum. With that foot there, then the other foot comes in front, and we want to stack the heels. So why I say this is such a stable pose, especially when you've got this support behind the hips, is you sit really tall. You're sitting on the heel, so you're applying this kind of upward pressure. You're lifting the pelvis with support behind you, but you've got your knees flat on the floor. So here's a really stable position, really beautiful posture. Again, it requires some more flexibility in the hips. So if you're not quite there where you can get your knees down, put some pillows under the knees, that's okay. This is going to be our meditation posture for the next 2 days, guys. So again, we will practice with our meditation for 5 minutes, and then we will carefully lean back, switch the heels. Again, make any adjustments to get that heel at the perineum or opening of the yoni, and the other heel stacked in front. There's always going to be one that feels more comfortable than the other. So for me, the right heel feels more comfortable at the perineum, left not, but I'm working to create balance. Okay. Come into the posture however is appropriate for you. And like I said at the beginning, if any of the poses as we progress are not accessible, even with blocks and cushions, you can't get there, you can go with one of the previous poses. It's okay. We don't want to push. The more important thing than getting the perfect posture, even though this is the half perfect posture, is getting comfortable. Getting comfortable, being able to sit straight so that we can be calm and quiet and allow the mind to go inside and really be present. So come into the position, pressing down into the heel, into the perineum, reaching up to the crown of the head. Shoulders back and down so the heart is open. Close the eyes, turn inside, take a deep inhalation through the nose. Open the mouth side out. And as you do, soften the face, soften the shoulders, soften the arms. Again, deep inhalation. Open the mouth side out. Soften the chest, soften the abdomen, soften the pelvis. One more time, deep inhalation. Side out. Soften the hips, the knees, all the way down to the toes. Let the whole body be soft. Sitting with the eyes closed, attention turned inside. Start to bring your awareness to the natural flow of breath, in and out through the nose. Feel the breath flowing in through the nose, down the throat, down towards the navel, and from the navel up the throat and out the nose. Let all of your awareness be fixated on the sensation of the breath flowing in and out of the nose. Let each breath relax the body deeper. Each breath relax the mind deeper. Feeling the sensations of each breath in and out of the nose. If at any point the mind starts to wander, noting to yourself, I am thinking, I'm coming back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the mind fixed on the breath, concentrating completely on the sensations of the breath flowing in and out. Aware every time the mind starts to wander and gently guiding it back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the eyes closed and the attention inside. Slowly, gently, with full awareness, release the meditation posture and switch the legs. Making any adjustments necessary to return to Ardha Siddhasana on the other side. Eyes closed, attention inside. Coming back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Let the mind fixate on the fine vibrations, subtle sensations of the breath flowing in and out. Fully aware anytime the mind starts to wander, gently guiding it back to the breath. Fully aware, guiding the mind back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing deeper and deeper. Sitting with the eyes closed, attention inside. Notice your overall state of being after the practice. Physical relaxation, mental calm, peace and quiet. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for this time. You deserve it. Take a deep inhalation into the heart. And as you exhale, gently coming back, so that I can say thank you once again for joining me today. Hope you had a beautiful experience. As usual, let me know in the comment section below how it was for you. Click like if you've enjoyed it. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, why not? You can subscribe to the channel and stay up to date as we release more classes. Hope you have a beautiful day, guys, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Namaste.